Hi guys. Um it's New Year's, as you can tell. And it's been a while since you heard from me. It's been a while since you heard anything that wasn't poetry. Which I bet a lot of you didn't expect. And I bet a lot of you miss what this character represents. I realized that I never said that I had retired publicly or sort of uh in relation to my channel. Not that it really matters. It's not like I'm a big channel or anything. So the amount of people who check in to see if there's any Foxhole content is likely very limited. However, I realized that uh, I hadn't. So if anyone was wondering why Argie doesn't upload any Foxhole stuff anymore, I don't play the game. You know, I started being a clan leader when I was 16 back in 2018, uh in like the summer, I think. Started playing in January-ish, I think, and by summer I had been promoted to clan leader because the clan leader we had, who was a lovely guy, he had a life he had to tend to, which was great. Man was onto something, I found out later. But it took a bit before I really got going in that position as well. But after having done that for 5 years and having had my fair share of drama and fair share of missteps, I fucked up a lot of things. I was sort of uh I realized that I no longer enjoyed playing the game. I think I knew that for a long time, and I realized that while I was still playing the game and doing my duties, because I had this immense group of people depending on me to uh, entertain them, sure, but also care for their time and the effort that they provided. At some point, um, I had to think about what made me happy. I had gone through a really ugly breakup. I have a long, tragic backstory, which doesn't matter that much. But the breakup obviously didn't help. Um, then I went away for half a year for school. It was a boarding school type thing, and it was fantastic. Um, and while I was there, I saw a clan that I had worked really hard on to get to a point where they could sustain themselves without me. Uh, Doing that quite well. I only had to check in periodically. So when I came back from that half year, I I think I realized that I would give it, the last effort, right? We did the battleships, and that had a whole range of its own problems, but it was great. It was a milestone. It was impressive. It was everything I wanted to prove with the clan, and people seemed to enjoy themselves. And it was in many ways my last hurrah. Um, a lot of the merge things with the old 13th had been sorted out by this point, and Valagus was very much ready to take over. Um, and he's been doing a fantastic job while I've been gone. I've been gone for almost a year now, I think, if not slightly more. And I couldn't be more proud of everyone. There's been issues, obviously. There's a lot of things that I learned the hard way that Valagus have now had to learn the hard way. Situations where I've thought, hey, should I do something here? Or should I let him learn? Like, this is a teachable moment, And that's been fun. It's been really fun, which I know Val is gonna hate me for later, but that was great. Then I started writing. Well, I've been writing most of my life, but it's very much been, uh, writing for the drawer, I guess. Written and slotted away and put away, and nobody is ever gonna be allowed to look at that ever again. But a lot of things happened. I got a poem published, which is wild to me. It was a collection where you could submit uh, things you'd written, and they would look at it and decide if they wanted it, liked it, or not. And someone liked what I had written and decided to post it and include it in the collection. And a whole bunch of logistical things happened with it since it was sort of a project thing. So I never got my book, which I'm a bit sad about. But really, what it meant, like what it did for me, it doesn't matter that I didn't get the book. Sure, it sucks. I would love to have the proof, but uh, it's really that getting the email that said what you made was good enough for us to want to publish, like to include it in the collection. That's incredible. Like that does something incredible for wanting to write more and feeling encouraged, and like what you make matters just the tiniest bit, and then someone enjoyed it, obviously. So I wrote more after that. I was more open about writing after that. I've always been very open about it, but now I got dragged off to perform at an open mic poetry night, and I was terrified. Obviously, as any one of us would be. It was completely full. It was at a jazz bar, and they had to bring out stools. The floor was covered in people, and it was horrifying. I'm somewhat social. I've learned to be. I Yeah, and I think I do okay. For a lot of the success of the clan in the early days was definitely dependent on me being charismatic and having a bond to the players in the clan. So it wasn't really new to me performing, but it's very different sitting down with a couple guys, and you already know you share this appreciation for this thing, and suddenly taking something you created and poured your heart into and perform that for a live audience of like 50 or 60 people. But I did. And afterwards, my abs, man, my abs were just completely solid. They had tensed or tightened up entirely, and they would not go away. And I could not listen to anyone else who was there that evening. I could not like focus on anything except the immense pain and my friends being hype that I did it. And then I didn't stop going back. And I kept writing. Uh, I'm working on 3 novels. Well, no, that's a bad translation. Sorry. In Danish, we call it a novelle, which is novel, but it's in Danish it means short story. It doesn't matter. I'm writing small short stories and poetry, obviously. And I started posting that, as a lot of you noticed. It took a while to get to this point. And that's really the main point of this video is what am I gonna upload here? I think I stopped uploading Foxhole content before I stopped playing the game, simply because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to make videos about, right? It was never really that machine of I make this kind of video, they focus on this, it's about this. I tried to make a couple of videos about operations we did, but it was just very generic YouTuber, gaming YouTuber. And that's not really my thing, honestly. Like, it's cool, but I wouldn't even watch that myself with what I made. Because we were just driving around and doing nothing. And then you had a little bit of action, and that shit ain't fun to watch. The banter we run, that's fun to listen to, but then you have to do all these cuts, and I don't have that kind of time. And it's also a lot more fun when you're in it. So it just end up being a video where I sit there and like, hey, people should just join us and not listen and watch this video. That, you know? So that wasn't the kind of video I wanted to make. And after I'd made the leadership video, sure, I could go back, make them again, update them. But it would largely be the same talking points. There's the how-to videos. Of course, it's a beta game or alpha game, whatever. Like, it gets updated all the time, new mechanics, how to do this and that. And back in the day, the goddamn how to do basic ass things in the game would be updated every 3 months and you'd be able to make a new video. But I think I made sort of the last video in that period. And then I kept coming back to it. I was like, it might still be the old camera, but it's still true. Like, it's not wrong. All the controls are the same. What would I really do or say that would be different? Except, sure, I upload it again, so it's going to have that new video draw, and there's a lot of new people, but what's the point? What is it I'm trying to explain or say or provide of value? And the leadership videos, I think, provided a lot of value to a lot of people. In truth, I was trying to make a generic sort of how to run any gaming clan video, but I realized that it was really hard to abstract it in that way. And I guess I wasn't really motivated for it. So I didn't do that. And now we're here where my primary hobby is almost not even playing video games anymore. And I'm sitting thinking, what do I want to do with my YouTube channel? And to the like 2-3 people who still watching this going, oh, you should do this. Tell me, put in the comments, what would you like to see? I'm not opposed to going back to Fox. It's a fun game. Might be another year before I do that. No promises though. Right now I'm pretty tired of all of that, and I don't think I can go back to it without going back in some kind of leadership position, just because that's who I am and that's how I work. And that's really exhausting. I've been going to some role-playing events where I also used to be a leader person, and actually being allowed to just be a player is really nice. Just showing up and experiencing what's going on is it's refreshing and relaxing in a different way. So yeah, I've really been thinking about if I should take all the Foxhole videos down, or if I should like somehow rebrand or make a new channel for the poetry, because I know most of the people who are subscribed to this channel don't want to watch that. And the channel really it's just me uploading whatever the fuck I want, right? But it's also, I understand the dynamics of branding and marketing and the fact that you should have a consistent theme, you should do a thing. You can do nuances of that thing, sure, but it's sort of that people come for the thing, they subscribe to you for the thing. My thing is Foxhole, war games, and clan stuff, like leadership management, games about leadership management and war. So when I come in here and I upload a video about which is a poem about depression and dealing with broken hearts, that doesn't track very well. It doesn't track well with the people it gets served to, because YouTube looks at it and goes, hey, it's the Foxhole guy. He's uploading something. It must be Foxhole related. Then a person gets served a poetry video and it's like, what the fuck? My Foxhole guy is uploading poetry? The hell? Is it about Foxhole? Nope, it's not. And while it might strike some people and, really catch on, it's just not really, it's not what people want, right? It's not like they're not going on YouTube to watch poetry. They're going on YouTube to watch wargaming and stuff. And that's so cool. So what do I do? What do I upload? What do I even wanna? I don't know. I know that I write because I want to impact people's lives. So uploading it and sharing it is the obvious thing to do. And I have written more stuff that like am going to record, but the question is where I should upload it and how. I don't know. And it's the new year in 24 hours for me. And I guess the question is also if I even like if I should do something, if I should change something, that's going to be next year. And I don't do, New Year's resolutions and shit, but I mean if I'm going to change anything, might as well do it like that. Like it feels a bit like it's the changing of the year, the changing of the life, all of this stuff. I don't know. Been speaking to you guys for a while. These are the thoughts that I've had. Um, any feedback is welcome. And and regardless, the YouTube channel that I've had, seeing it, get some subscribers, more subscribers than I thought I'd ever have, and more views than I thought I'd ever get, is insane to me. It's been absolutely crazy, and no matter how this pans out, I just want to say, Liquid Hanso 2.0, you're real, bro. You're one of two people. No, yeah, you're one of two people I remember, and you're the only name I remember, and it's from fucking streaming on YouTube. Crazy shit. Uh, you're real, bro. That was crazy. Seeing the same person pop up in a live stream, that was cool shit. Some of the people who's commented on videos, um, and there are some people who realized that the poetry I wrote was about me. Of course it is. And like someone who commented on one of my poetry videos where they were just so thankful that I had put words in something they couldn't describe themselves. And I think that that's really the reason of why I want to share that, right? That's why I write. And that's also why I want to share it with people. And that's why I think regardless of what I choose to do, I will upload more of my poetry. The question is how. The question is how you guys would prefer it. Do you want it here? Do you think rebranding is a good idea? Or do you think I should make like an Argie reads or Argie writes sort of named channel and put it all over there? I don't know. There's a lot of things that can happen in the new year. My past year has been wild. Uh I'm not gonna overshare. I could. I definitely could. If you guys want to hear the story, also comment something random. I don't know. Be like, man, we want the RG story. I'd be happy to tell you guys the story of my life. I guess I don't fucking know. You know, we're not gonna go back to the draw my life trend. I cannot draw for shit. My handwriting is in the background. That's my handwriting. I can write it. Cannot draw it. Uh, but yeah, I look forward to a new year that might, for the first time, truly be a year I can enjoy. For far too long, there has been something or other in my past that has limited me or limited what I could do or what I could feel. If it hadn't been for someone showing up in my life and showing me that I'm allowed to be more than just content with my existence, I don't think I could have ever enjoyed um, romance and happiness and fulfillment to any degree again. And I am very grateful for that. So I look forward to next year. And I hope you guys have a year to look forward to as well. And perhaps, maybe we will spend a little bit of it together on the internet. Happy New Year's, guys.